Guys, that's your coming today in Clash Royale. Welcome to the video. I don't even know if you want to call this video a Clash Royale video, but I got to thinking today, right, after I poured my heart out at you guys in yesterday's video, I want to do it again today, damn it. I want to do it again today, guys. Listen, I tweeted this out earlier today. Has it been 7 years already? Has it been 7 years? I got my 7-year achievement badge in Clash Royale, and I said, I wish Clash of Clans had this, and somebody, CR Leak, said, it does, you have obstacles, and then I flexed my oldest obstacle in my Clash of Clans village. I think this is a 2012, or this guy said, is it 2015? I said, I think it's 2012, and then he said, it's 2013. So this is my oldest Clash of Clans relic. I was playing in 2012, but I think I accidentally trashed my old Christmas tree. Anyway, guys, I say that I want to ask you guys out the gate here, how long have you been playing Supercell games? Today, we're going to take a look back at some very, very embarrassing times in my YouTube career. Very embarrassing. And I actually want to talk about some real life stuff too, because I'm going to share a little bit about my fat stage. I didn't even realize it was this bad until I look back at these pictures and these videos. But first, guys, a very quick word from today's video sponsor. But first, today's video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. That's right, Raid Shadow Legends, where I upload every single day on my second and third YouTube channel. We have champion guides and we have beginners guides and tons of strategy content for you guys. And oh, look at that. It's Ultimate Death Night and Death Night celebrating Raid Shadow Legends' 4th anniversary. That's right. 4th anniversary of Raid Shadow Legends and a bunch of special events as part of the celebration. And because it's the 4th anniversary of Raid, guys, I'm going to show you my 4 most wanted champions. They can all be my dinner guests together. We'll all go grab a bite together. But yeah, it's going to be Taurus the Fierce, who's one of the best PvP options inside the entire game. I absolutely love him. He's based on Ukrainian lore. I think I'm going to go for my next most wanted champion, none other than Calvalax, the king of poison, an absolute monster of a champion who's putting poisons just everywhere, just not on my dinner if he's going to be a dinner guest, right? And then I actually want to go with Samson, who's a brand new, or kind of new champion, right? Look at this dude. He's an absolute boss of a champion. He's got increased accuracy, increased crit damage, extra turn, and then a hard-hitting nuke that's removing increased defense. And then right next door, Snick Track. So that is my dinner party. Snick Track's pretty cool too. Ally Protector with an AoE decreased speed. And also, guys, in April, Raid is going on an egg hunt. We're not hunting for normal eggs, but dragon eggs. Just download Raid Shadow Legends using the link below, copy your in-game player ID, and head over to egghunt.plarium.com from April 14th to May 15th. Enter your player ID and journey through the flaming portal to embark on exciting AR adventure. Scour the dragon's lair using your phone, and if you find the hidden egg, you'll have a chance to win amazing in-game items and even real-life prizes ranging from legendary champions to Amazon gift cards with a total value of $20,000. This event is for new players, but existing Raid players can go ahead and check out the website, egghunt.plarium.com, for a special promo code that everyone can use in-game. Along with all the goodies that you see on the screen right now, just go ahead and check out your inbox, which is right over here in the upper right-hand corner. Go ahead and collect your rewards. Again, those are for new players and good for 30 days. Thank you, Raid Shadow Legends, for sponsoring today's video, and happy 4th anniversary. All right, guys, so before we get to the fat stuff, right, I actually want to start with my very first YouTube video. This is actually privated. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get demonetized again or struck, even worse. But the intro, I'm like 7 seconds in here. I used the intro from Game of Thrones intro music back 9+ years ago in my first video, so I had to private it, right? So this is over 9 years old, and this is the first one that I had still on my YouTube, but I don't think it was my very first. I think I deleted like a few months worth of videos way back in the day for whatever dumb reason. Anyway, there's no face cam, so I'm not going to play much of it, but you can just hear the tones, or lack thereof, that I had. The lack of energy is staggering. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Ashlane here, Alliance Leader of Elite Nation, and I have big news. This is the Red Elite Civil War special. I'm going to share a couple of videos with you, but first I have to give props to Team Oreo. They beat Team Zohan, sadly, 38-41. Good.
Okay.
4 archers, and I knew I was going to have trouble getting 50%.
Okay, a few things for you guys. A few things. No one's really going to care about this, but Zohan and his brother Oreo, they were like 13 and 12 years old at the time, but that means they're like 22 right now. That's crazy. I remember these guys. They were back in, like, it was my first recruits in Clash of Clans days, right? And check this out. CC22As, You know who that is, bro? This is a story for you guys. I'm going to tell it. Who cares? I'm just going to tell the whole damn thing. Story time. This is a professional or a previous professional Major League Baseball player, right? This is Chris Carter of the Oakland A's at the time, but he's kind of a journeyman designated hitter. He was in my clan. He was an absolute whale. This is his defense. Back in the day, 10 years ago, this was like OP, pay to win dirty in Clash of Clans. But anyway, we found out he's a baseball player, and then I didn't believe him at first. You know how it is, like someone in your clan chat being like, yeah, I'm a Major League Baseball player. And I'm like, no way, dude. And he's like, hey, I'm coming to Boston. You want to go see the game? You know, I forget. He was with Houston at the time, I want to say. Yeah. Astros. And he did. He hooked us up. Me and my friend, Dan, we both went. And we sat with the friends and family of the Houston Astros, and it was pretty crazy. Anyway, so I had a Major League Baseball player he was a power hitter too, man. The dude like cranked out home runs, very low batting average, big guy. But that was very nice. Chris Carter, if you're watching, thank you so much for the tickets. That was awesome. Anyway. This is the video.
So I want to take out as many buildings as possible. So those archers are still going to work on the east and the west army camps there, and also in the south. They took out the lab and a little bit of barracks there. I went through the north. I wanted to knock down. I always keep my wall breakers and go wee wipe hybrid.
I always wee wipe. I always wee wipe hybrid. To this day, I've been wee wiping for 10 years now. Come on, man, wee wipe, bro. That was the name of the strat, man. Go wipe and go wee. Anyway. And then things progressed a little bit. I eventually hit 500 subscribers. Check out this high def. Oh, look at that. Wow. That's nice stuff right there. Oh, there he is. Look at this high def 500 subscriber thank you video.
Ashlane here, coming at you with a 500 subscriber special. First of all, guys, I just have to say thank you. I've only been in the YouTube game for a few months now, and already I have 500 subscribers, but more importantly, a very loyal fan base.
Fan base. First of all, you'll never hear me say that since that video, man. I don't know why. Maybe it's like I don't know. I don't know what the issue is here, but what is it? What's it, imposter syndrome or something? But like, I hate saying that I have fans. It sounds so pretentious to me.
Obviously, I'm very passionate about the game.
But when I had 500 subscribers, I didn't care. I didn't care at all.
And I know a lot of you are too. So thanks for continuing.
This is me as a baby in the background. This is my brother as a baby in the background. These are books. I guess I wanted to seem very cerebral and intellectual. Hey guys, when I'm not making low quality Clash of Clans 500 subscriber thank you videos, I'm reading 24/7.
Continuing with the feedback.
Those are now all in the basement of my ex's house. And she begs me to throw them away every day, all those books. Anyway, then things moved on. No, I didn't want to start there. I didn't want to get to Fat Ash just yet. The YouTuber tournament, things move on, and we covered Clash Royale, right? 7 years ago, but we actually recorded this video before we even knew. I'm not sure if we knew what the name of the game was yet, right? Either way, it was way back in the day when I had long hair, had long curly hair back then. And look at the way that I'm looking at Galadon. Dude, I just want to find a woman that looks at me that way someday. I mean, look at me. I am beaming right now. Anyway, so this was, they invited us to, like, you know, the first time I went to Finland, to Helsinki, I've been like 30 times now, you know, but the first time it was crazy. It was life-changing. I didn't know at the time, but it felt life-changing just because, like, oh my God, a game developer on this game that I just been playing for the last, 5 years or whatever it was at the time. They invited me to go launch a new game. It's crazy. I'm telling all my friends I'm going to Helsinki, and so I go there and then I see all these people that I've seen on YouTube videos. I wasn't a massive consumer, but I did watch a couple of these guys and I knew who a few of them were. So seeing them in real life, like, I get the feeling, like, even when people come up to me to this day, I get the feeling it's not like starstruck, but it's like, does not compute. I only see this dude on a screen and there they are in real life. That's the number one reaction I get is like, are you Ash? Okay, yes. And then the next question, like 9 times out of 10 is like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, dude, I'm shopping for groceries, bro. Like I'm at the restaurant, I'm eating, because you don't think that someone that you see online lives near you or interacts. Anyway, that's how I felt about some of these other dudes, and apparently that's how I feel about Galadon big time. Sorry, Gally, but man, I'm like, there he is. Anyway, so they got us all together, and they're like, we got this new video game. It's called Scroll. That was like the secret code word for the game, and it looked nothing. It played nothing like it is right now. And we all got together, and these guys. Let me try to. See
and we are here.
Let me see if I can get the whole group together here. I don't know if they showed us all together or not, but I'll tell you one thing about this right out the gate. Oh my God, you get the close up of the swooning. Oh my word. But listen, do they have us all? Let me see. The thing is though, is this is a fun, like, where are they now? Right? Like looking back, this was released, let's see, 7 years ago. I should probably thumbs up it, huh? 7 years ago. But it was recorded like a year before it was released, you know? So it was over 8 years ago we recorded this video. So who are these dudes? Well, Alvaro over here in the corner is still a massive Spanish influencer. He's the owner of Team Queso Esports. He's a good friend to this day of mine. Just absolutely love the dude. He's a former attorney who turned Clash of Clans YouTuber, and he's really my closest, I would say he and Revel are like my closest friends in the Spanish-speaking content community. We have Godson, who I don't think he uploads anymore. I think he stopped around a year ago. Nope, I stand corrected, guys. Godson is still at it. 2.37 million subscribers. He uploaded a month ago. So it seems like he's just sporadically only like, what, 8 uploads or so, maybe around a dozen in the last year. So, you know, it looks like he's staying at it just for the passion of the game. So that was Godson. He was a big deal back in the day. Little trivia for you guys. Who was the first? Well, obviously you're going to know, right? But the first Supercell YouTuber, the first English-speaking mobile gaming YouTuber as well, to hit 1 billion views was none other than Clash of Clans Godson. Clash of Clans Godson. All right, so anyway, back to it here. All right. Anyway, so back to it here. So then we have yours truly. You know me. I'm still trugging along here, right? We have Galadon, who covered Clash Royale for a couple, I would say a couple years, maybe about a year. But now he's still going at it with daily uploads in Clash of Clans. And then we have Clash on Gone over there in the corner. Well, this is actually a little bit easier, right? We have Clash on Gone. Clash on Gone is, I want to say he works for an NFT company right now. I don't know if I should out. I don't know if he's like private about that, but he does influencer marketing essentially. So he no longer makes YouTube videos. He covered Clash Royale, a lot of chest opening type videos. He covered Clash Royale for a while, a few years, covered Clash of Clans before that. And now he works for game developers, right? He used to work for World War Doe, that company, like kind of a clashy ripoff type game. It wasn't a bad game though. And then subsequently he moved to a couple other different games. I'm not sure exactly where he is right now, although I think I do, but I don't want to be wrong. And then we have Chief Pat. Chief Pat hasn't uploaded in about a year. But he's like the OG, obviously, of mobile gaming. He was one of the first big YouTubers in mobile gaming, right? He was one of the first dudes. And then he went on to, even though he's no longer active on YouTube, he's obviously very active in the scene. He is the owner and co-founder of Tribe Gaming. So he's there as well. It was actually on this trip that I met, I think it was the first time that I met Pat and his co-founder, Donjon, who's a previous German content creator, I believe on this trip, I want to say. Maybe it was like a trip earlier, but who cares? And then we have Alvaro, we have Galadon, and then we have Molt. I forgot about Molt. Molt's still going strong with Clash Royale. Obviously, I think Molt and myself, yeah. I think Molt and myself are the only two who actually still cover Clash Royale out of these OGs, if you will. Alvaro might cover it a little bit here and there too, as well. Anyway, I don't watch Alvaro's content, even though I love him, because I can't speak Spanish, you know what I'm saying? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? That's about all I got for you guys from Honor Spanish, whatever, 20 years ago. Anyway, but Molt right now is actually, I think if you asked your average person nowadays what they know Molt from, it would be either disc golf or Marvel Snap. His Marvel Snap channel is absolutely taking off. He streams it live every day, so he's going really, really strong with that game. It's always cool to see a kind of a breath of of life with a new title, with a personality you're already familiar with. So I encourage you guys to definitely check out his Marvel Snap channel. We have myself, and we have Nick at Night, who is now Nicole Knight, who is obviously a transitioned into a female and is an adult. How do I say this politically correctly? Makes adult content. There we go. Makes adult content. So can't recommend that to you guys because this is a family-friendly video, but quite the trajectory there as well. But anyway, that was the old school team, right? So my own journey here was I faced, look at me with a long, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? I look like a Oompa Loompa or something. I don't know. Anyway, so let's see. Galadon Alvaro. I faced Nick at Night, right? So we went off head to head, and then I don't even remember the results exactly. I remember I beat him. All right. Okay. So Clash with Ash. We swept Nick at Night, and then Sheepat beat Molt in the semifinals, and then it was me versus Alvaro, right? And then I beat Alvaro, and then it was me versus Chief Pat. And then, dude, I've told this story before, but I have to tell it again because it's one of the more embarrassing moments that I can remember in my professional career, at least, right? This is what happened, right? I don't even know if there's that many people. Oh, you can see it right here. This is perfect. This is perfect, right? This is what happened. There was only us YouTubers and, like, the community managers, the entire thing. And then for the grand finals, keep in mind, this was like one of my first times there. I was a little nervous, a little starstruck, whatever, especially like all the employees and game leads and all these Supercellians all over the place, right? So I'm there. I'm a little nervous just being around everybody and whatever. They have this massive headquarters and all this stuff, right? And then, dude, it's the finals time, me versus Chief Pat, and they call in the whole damn company. Everybody came in this room, and it was way more than just this people. They were standing all around both sides, dude. And then what happens, man? Chief Pat swept me, and I'm like, okay, awesome, guys. There it is. Let me see. Where the hell is this? And I was like, yeah, awesome. I was so proud of myself for going to the finals, and then it was ugly, ugly, ugly. So anyway, guys, there it is. Let me see if I can get a shot here at the long, oh, look at me on my knees. Oh, God, Ash. So melodramatic, bro. Anyway, guys, that's the long hair, Ash. Definitely not my finest moment there, but it is what it is. Fun, though, nonetheless. Fun memories, at least. Those memories were like the absolute best. Kid in a candy store, traveling the world. It was amazing. So speaking of traveling the world, I actually started doing a lot of casting and hosting for Clash Royale, Clash of Clan events. I did CWL. I did like commercials. I did everything. I traveled so much in the early days of being a content creator for Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. I did a lot of hosting with CRL and CCGS and stuff like that. Anyway, I was looking back. This is me and BBXH in 2017 at CCGS World Finals in London. And we hosted the event. And boy, look at me, man. Look at Big Ash over here. I think one might say Fat Ash. And I say that with all due respect to myself and anybody who has struggles with food out there, because I do want to share this, something I've never shared here on the channel. But look at me, man. I'm a big boy. The worst part is, or the best part is, I don't know. But like, I've gone to the gym. I'm addicted to the gym. It's not for, it's only for stress relief for me at this point, especially. But I've been going for 20 years pretty much daily, which you should never do. You should never lift. You should give yourself a rest. So I was actually going to the gym every day in this photo still. But this is what I looked like, man. I was almost 300 pounds, man. Almost 300 pounds. Right now I'm around 220. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me show you even more embarrassing picture, guys. Boom! Oh boy. Oh boy, I saw this one. This is when my son was born. So this is 2017. This is around the same time as that World Finals. But look at how big I am, man. Like, I am a big boy. And so is my little Charlie, man. Look at that little guy. He's now 5 years old. He's all grown up, going to be 6 years old soon, going to kindergarten and everything. But I want to say this. This has nothing to do with the look back necessarily on Clash Royale, but I think it's a serious note to end the video on, because I was actually kind of embarrassed to even show this picture, right, at first, because I was like, dude, that's I can't believe I was that big, dude. I don't remember being that big, but the thing is, oh man, I struggled my whole life, especially after, and I'm not going to directly relate it because this is not how I internalize it, but after my mom and my brother passed away, I just ate a ton. Like, I started having a compulsion to eat. I still have it to this very day, you know? I still struggle with overeating so much. It's a dumb thing. It feels dumb. It feels embarrassing to even say to this day, right? Because honestly, have a little self-control is what I tell myself. Like, really, man? Like, it's weird. But anyway, I know there's other people out there, there's got to be, right, that struggle with the same thing, like compulsive eating. Like, I am weird, man. I can eat and eat and eat and eat like more than you would ever think a human should be eating, you know? Like, I just won't stop, you know? And around this same time, to be totally honest with you guys, I'm not condoning drug use or anything like that. I hope that you guys take this maturely or whatever. But like around this same time, I got into a pretty big depression. I made videos about it at the time too. But I started doing edibles, like edible marijuana, and that did not help the eating, man. I was just binge eating all the time, you know? And at the same time, I went full-time YouTube during this time, and I wasn't outside and being active enough. I was in a chair all day. And I just have to say to anybody out there who's struggling with weight or obsessive or compulsive eating, because you don't have to be overweight to have problems with food, a bad relationship. I don't know what it is, but and I don't have any magic ways to cure it or anything like that. It's what I always say here on the channel, like small things, taking small changes that you can stick with, you know? And a lot of times, and I mentioned this on the channel a lot too, but a lot of times it comes down to, at least for me, it comes down to adding a positive rather than focusing on subtracting negatives all the time. So I remember trying to get out of this shape and into this shape. What I did was I drank a lot of water, a ton of water, you know, and that just kept me pretty full, you know. And I ate things that I didn't want to eat. Like, I didn't want to eat bananas all the time, but I did because all that fiber makes you feel full. And again, I don't have any magic solution, but I do know that you got to start. This is the biggest thing. And I know it's not going to help many people out there. I think the most helpful thing I can say is you're not alone if you're struggling with food or overeating or any compulsive behavior, right? You're not alone. I went through it, and if I can get through it, I know you guys do too, and I still struggle with it, to be clear, you know? But I got myself on the right path, you know? I wanted to be healthy for my son, obviously, and myself, you know? But I would just say this. I would say, again, like eating a lot of food, but eating healthier, a lot of healthier food than a lot of crappy food, right, is a good start. Being active is a good start. And when you start being active after being sedentary for a while, you are going to be uncomfortable. It's going to feel like you're not seeing the results that you want to right away. You're going to be inclined to give up. You're going to be injured. Like your shins will hurt. Your body's going to hurt, but you have to power through that, right? But I guess even rewinding before that, is like try to make some small changes, you know, try to make some small changes, even if it doesn't directly relate to fitness. Make some small changes to get you in the right direction, to get you to care more about self-care, you know? Again, like little things I mentioned in the past, like floss 2 times a day. Like, surely you can do that, you know? Take a multivitamin or whatever. Like, do things that get you in the habit and the routine of caring about yourself. And this positive change will beget more positive change in your life. So anyway, I could talk a lot longer, I feel like, about fitness and like the depression, mental, how it relates to your physical and all that stuff. But maybe that's another video for another day. But I did want to touch on it because, boy, I was looking back at my journey. I meant this to be like a funny, like, let's look back at some old videos type video, right? And then I was like, wow, man, I was bigger than I remember. And then it just kind of I got to thinking a little bit about how we all have the possibility to change, no matter what it is, you know? We touched on this a little bit in the last video, but it can be your attitude. It can be the way you treat others. It can be the values that you have in your life, the way you conduct yourself, what you consume, what you put into your body. You know, all these things, you do have the power to change. It just takes mindfulness first and foremost. Basically, I don't say that in the sense of like anything other than what it is. Try to be mindful about what you're doing. compulsion oftentimes is a mindless activity where you're just doing something and you're just doing something, you know? So anyway, guys, I'm going to cap this video there. I hope a few of you, you know, found it helpful. Again, I'm sending you positive vibes, some love, especially if you need it. I'm sending you some power because you can do this. And I guess the last and most important thing is don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till, I guess wait till tomorrow's cool, but don't wait till next week. So many times, just like so many people, I said, but I'm going out this weekend. I'll start Monday, you know, and then Monday I'm like, I'll start Tuesday, and then I'll start next month, and I have a vacation next week. I'm gonna wait till nah, just start with little things now. That's the key. Start with little things and start immediately because there's no better time to make positive changes than now, guys. Much love. Thank you for watching, and thank you for 7 years of Clash Royale here on the channel. Congratulations to all you OGs out there who also got an OG 7-year badge or whatever. And whether you've been playing the game for 1 year, whether you've been watching the channel for 1 year or 8 years or 10 years or whatever, I really appreciate you guys tuning in all the time. As I mentioned before, I'm never going to go anywhere. I might not upload for a few days, heck, maybe even a couple weeks here and there, but this to me is part of me. This channel is part of me now, and I just want to thank you guys because I wouldn't have this channel if it wasn't for you. So much love to all you guys out there, and as always, take care, guys.